Hello again, everyone. This is Vontos here with episode 21, coming a little bit late. There was some minor technical difficulties. I was waiting to get a video from Bob before I could put this all together. And as it turns out, the video didn't work anyway, so we are going to miss one of the battles I wanted to show you. It wasn't a real big battle, but it was a city battle. I captured the brown city that I was closest to, which you probably saw on Bob's video already. There were only 3 Manticore riders in it, so it wasn't a real big important battle. But just so you know, that did happen before the battles that I show in this episode. There are only 3 battles I'm going to show. None of them are big, but a few important things happen, and it kind of sets the stage for what goes on in our next episode. Okay, as I mentioned, 3 quick battles. They all happen in a series here as my main army moves north towards Brown's capital. They have a few little straggler units sitting out here that my main army is able to catch. First is a phalanx. Again, these are all small battles. None of them are difficult for me, but I do want to take out these units so Brown can't use them to defend their city. Also, what I'm going to try to do is convert them, since all 3 units that I attack are able to be converted, and I have 2 Theocrat heroes in my army. Moving my Sorcerer up to try to use his Inflict Stun ability. Which doesn't work, but I do break the Phalanx's Spirit, which lowers his resistance a bit. I think it maybe lowers his morale. I don't know what it lowers, but it does make it easier to convert him, I believe, when his spirit is broken. I'm going to try to freeze him with that guy, and I do succeed to freeze him. That definitely lowers his resistance by breaking his guard. Also, immolating him I think might lower his resistance too. Should look up exactly what effect all of those have in terms of whether I can convert a unit. All I know is they've made it easier to do, and I have 2 heroes in place. First I'm going to try to stun him again, which succeeds. I also broke his spirit again, so I should have, I have 55% chance, and I get it on the first try. So there's another phalanx added to my army, very useful when I'm fighting against these Manticore riders. And up next is going to be a Warbreed. This one is a Tigran Warbreed, so it is resistant to any sort of spirit type attacks like Convert is. But I'm going to give it a shot. Fly my Sorcerer in again. Try to freeze him. This time the freeze does not succeed. Probably shouldn't have attacked him. Probably should have just stuck a unit next to him to let him attack and lower his guard. One problem, since I'm not regenerating health, I didn't want to take too many hits. I only have 2 units in this army that can heal, my 2 Theocrats. I really do need to get some sort of support unit into this army. That convert failed, mostly because he had his guard up. In hindsight, I probably should have just stuck my Phalanx and my Warbreed right next to him so that he couldn't go smash the Shrine of Smiting. I think what I was thinking was that since he was a Tigran, he would be hard to convert anyway, so I might as well just go ahead and kill him. but still took out a tier 3 unit that was in my way. And now he has a hero, a dwarf sorcerer hero. Kind of an odd combination, but a hero's a hero. I can't get my entire army up in position. But I am going to move some of them in. Probably could have arranged my units a little better to make sure both of my Theocrats were in the army. Give myself double the conversion opportunities. But I'm going to go ahead and attack. I was thinking kill more than convert. This time, since I don't have as big an army, I can let him kind of come to me. Broke his spirit, but I did not stun him. I want to get my shrine out of the way. Actually, I think I just run up and try to convert him, since his guard's already down. And I succeed. So right there I took out 3 potential defenders for Brown's Throne. That'll make getting that city a lot easier in the next episode. Also added a really nice tier 3 phalanx, as well as a new hero. Apparently going to show this. I'm just going to do auto combat here. Take this city. Unfortunately, Teal's got a pretty tough army underground. I'm not going to be able to hold that. I'm just going to plunder it, which is sad. Goodbye to my cavalry city. Alright, let's take a look at the map now. First and most importantly, right when I loaded the game, Brown ran a unit in and captured this city here that I took at the end. Where we saved, Brown wasn't going to be able to capture it. It was going to get plundered at the beginning of the next turn, give me more than 1,000 gold and a lot of mana as well. Hopefully when we load to play the game for real, Brown won't go in and take it, but I have a feeling they probably will. The cities will still get razed because I put Scorched Earth on it, but losing out on all that gold is going to be a huge pain. Really not happy about that right now. They also flew another Manticore Rider into this city, so there's now 5 Manticore Riders defending it. Still, I think I can take it. They only have 1 ranged unit, plus the Sphinx is kind of a ranged unit, but I have plenty of good units. I should be able to go get that city without losing anything. Once I have it, then I'll have a decision to make. I think there's 3 things I can do. Staying and holding the city is not an option because Brown has an enormous army coming behind that you would have been able to see if they hadn't come in and take the city. I was hoping to be able to show that to you. You'll probably see it in either my video or Bob's video anyway. But I won't be able to hold this city against all that. One thing I could do is I could come this way and just keep raising all of Brown's cities as I go, just to completely wipe them off the map. It would be effective, but it would also be slow. It'd give their main army a chance to catch up to me. While I'm down here, their army might be sitting here. Then when I move this way, they could just cut right through here and pick me off. The other thing, the safer option, is to just go straight around the lake, raise any cities I find, then kind of link my armies up with what Bob and I have around Anthoria right now. Kind of create a huge, powerful force right there that can really push and do whatever we want with it. The third option, I think, is the highest risk and highest reward. Would be to go after Himan Mun here. Raise that so Brown can't make Lords of the Deep anymore. Though by this point the damage might have been done. They've got so many Lords of the Deep created. I might not do that. I'm leaning towards just taking the quick route around this water and getting my army back as quickly as possible just to get it to safety away from this big brown army Brown has. The other thing is, he's not there now, but Teal's leader was with this army at one point. If he shows back up and Bob has a chance to run out and kill him, I might send my main army after getting Brown's throne. I might send it down this cave entrance, or maybe if there's another cave entrance up here, send it down there. Hopefully I will land right on top of Green's throne. If I come down here, maybe Green's throne's right here. I can quickly run in, take Teal out. But that's based on Bob finding and killing their leader, which is probably not a real high chance anyway. But regardless of what I do, I will be going and taking Brown's throne, plundering that. Hopefully Brown won't sneak in and get it before I'm able to plunder it, cause me to lose out on even more gold. You see, I'm casting Domain of Corruption now. I'm going to put it on this city since it is so unhappy. That'll make it like all this blight tile. Building my Theocrat buildings here so I can start getting some Draconian Evangelists, Draconian Exalteds. The only Draconian unit, racial unit I really like is their flyer, and it would take a long time to get this Peak of the Forefathers built. So I'm just going to go with Theocrat buildings in it. There aren't any special structures around this city, so there's not any particular unit type I should be making. So I'll probably just try to get a balance. Get some Evangelists for healing. I do have plenty of Exalteds, as long as my army up here doesn't get killed. I have a lot of Exalteds. So it'll probably be Evangelists and Shrines of Smiting if I get up that high. This city I'm purging to Orcs. It's still 3 turns away, be 2 turns once we start the next turn. I think the first thing I want to do is build a settler and send it up here, build a city here. Try to get the heart of the volcano and heart of the Arctic within the city borders. That's assuming that all this is safe from Orange. Bob is sending this army over to take these 2 cities away from Orange. Once he does that, it should be pretty safe for me to get a city up there. That's something I've been wanting to do for about 70 turns or so, just because Arctic and Volcanic are the 2 terrain types that Orcs hate. So turning those into things that I don't mind would be great. And then I can just keep putting Domain of Corruption on all my blighted cities, end up removing all my terrain penalties. Up here, the AI moved these units for Bob. I don't think Bob's going to be this aggressive with his units. We are defending Anthoria here. I think we should be able to against these Teal units. If Teal brings a lot more units than this into play, we'll probably have to retreat. We'll just retreat to Engernos. Bob has more units here. Also has more units on the way. Between Engernos and Anthoria, we should have this area pretty well defended, especially with Brown pushing all their units after me out here. See, I'm 1 turn away from making Engernos my throne city, which is good because Teal and I think Brown's got some armies in here too. He's about to take my old throne. I'm probably going to sit these units here, at least for a few more turns. Just to keep them from running in and taking it easily. I do have Scorched Earths. When they take it, the city gets razed, but I would like to hold on to it to keep getting all this production and maybe squeeze a few more units into it as well. Once it's inevitable that I'm going to lose the city, I will run away. Hopefully I can run straight south and kind of run by this city of Bob's. just dealing with some Lords of the Deep. I don't know if they're going to go after his city or go north after my throne. But either way, I will be running by Bob's city here. Either help Bob defend there, or else just keep coming this way, join up here. It would be great if my armies from here, my armies from here, and my armies from here could all end up linking up around Anthoria. Then I might finally have a strong enough army to be aggressive against Teal. The last spot I have units underground. Teal did go get this big city. I didn't even see that coming. I didn't have a chance to get Scorched Earth on it or to get my priests out of the city to safety. But I did come get this city away. I am plundering it because I would not be able to hold it. This army is probably going to stick around for a little while just to make sure no one comes in and takes the city before it gets plundered. Then I'm going to run it up here to this cave entrance. They're going to pop out up here, and then what I'm probably going to do is send them this way. This is where I saw Brown's leader a while ago. Hopefully I can find Brown's leader and kill her and completely knock her out of the game before she gets a chance to move her throne to a different city. If not, then I will at least try to take this city, maybe recapture this city, just do as much damage up here as possible. There's not a whole lot else that a group of 5 tier 2 units is going to be able to do at this point in the game. So my overall plan kind of went exactly how I expected this episode. Got Anthoria back, pretty well defended. I'm having to retreat. These cities got razed right away. This city will soon be razed probably. And I am pushing this direction. This army's actually grown larger. Haven't lost a unit and have converted a couple. So things are going really well here. This battle might be difficult, but it's not one I'm going to lose. I have some really, really good spells I can cast. Chaos Rift, Blessing of Health, that sort of thing. And they only have one ranged unit, so I will get this city. Really, I don't have any complaints from this episode. Even though my land's kind of been picked apart here, that's just what I knew was going to happen. I've been able to hold the line long enough for Bob to build up. And yeah, I think that's about it for my plans and my units. Bob should be able to defend this city against Teal. Again, hopefully we'll catch their leader there. Bob's armies here are going to keep pushing this way, hopefully run into Orange's leader sooner rather than later. If we don't, that could end up being a problem, because I do really need to get Bob up to the front line to help me out, especially with this giant army that Brown has here. Thank you for watching. Subscribe if you haven't. Check out my previous episodes if you want. Check out Bob's channel, which I've linked to in the description. You'll be able to see, he records the entire episode. You'll be able to see everything that happens. Here's commentary. Here's discussing strategy. We don't do a whole lot of that in this episode, but some episodes we do talk a lot about strategy. Thank you again, and I'll see you in a day or two.